All right. Thanks, everyone. I'm Yanis. This is my co-founder Costa from Fleksy. So we were here last year at GMIC, and we demonstrated our keyboard technology, which lets you type on a touchscreen without even looking at the screen. You might have seen the demo. If you haven't, you can now download Fleksy at beta.fleksy.com. The first hardware devices are shipping with our software in the coming few weeks. So anyway, that was last year. Here we are this year to show you our next big thing, and the way we'll revolutionize typing and text input in some new industries. So wearable technology. And I'm wearing a smartwatch right now. A lot of you are as well. Brilliant. So we borrowed a little clip from the latest Samsung Gear commercial. I hope the Samsung people in the audience, if there are any, don't mind. Hope that's okay. So she gets a notification, right? Could be saying, where are you? I've got one here. Where are you? I want to reply. I need to find my phone. I don't know where my phone is. So your phone might be in my bag. And there's no way right now to interact with this device. There's no very good way. You get the notification, there's nothing you can do about it. So I wish I could just hit reply and say, I'm on stage C right now. So have a look at this. You'll observe that even though the buttons are very small on such a device, it doesn't really matter because I'm getting none of them correctly. But I'm still able to type properly. I'm able to type punctuation, delete words. I can even hide the keyboard. And just have a little bit more space on my screen, which is handy. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Very good video. It's never gonna work in real life. It's all staged, right? We all know how these demos work in these events. So the great news is we're wearing these watches. We can give you a live demo. A couple of you kind of saw it before the demonstration, and you've seen that it does actually work that well. We haven't really demonstrated at many events. This is actually the second time we show it to any audience bigger than the size of our company and some key partners. And Gadget saw it recently and called it a killer feature of one of our partner smartwatch hardware partners. So what next about our company? We started 2 years ago to revolutionize input on mobile devices, which is a huge pain point, whatever device you use. We want to do this universally, not just for smartphones and tablets, but for every new device class that's coming out, whether it is wearables, automotive, whatever is getting a touchscreen and some intelligence. And we want to become the standard typing technique on touchscreens with no learning curve, a really intuitive way to input text on mobile devices. We work on OEM licensing, we're working on application licensing. Later this year we're going to be the first keyboard to ship on iOS through key software partnerships. More announcements on that soon. And we have other vertical markets where we're monetizing the technology right now. This is us. Kostas and myself, we have startup experience. Troy Cross is our VP of Business Development, has worked at Nuance previously, the biggest player in the space. And I guess that's us.
Thank you. Questions?
Some people said that the keyboard will be dying in the mobile times because we use the touch screen, right? Because we use voice input, some kind of new method. So what do you think about this? The keyboard will be dying.
So voice is a very interesting mode of input. It has been around for many years. All of the phones that you have right now have it. Yet people still go back to typing quite a lot of times. Not all, voice has its place. Maybe when you say be right back or something like that, it works pretty well. But if you want to type in a noisy environment or in a place where you don't want to be heard, people still go back to typing quite a lot right now. Partly to do with the accuracy of voice input and partly to do with just what you're used to. So we don't see devices shipping really without text input and with purely voice, at least on smartphones and tablets for some time.
And in that way, we think we can actually define what the smartwatch can do as a device category.
Does it just work in English for now?
We have 7 European languages. We have prototypes for Asian languages. We cannot demonstrate them today, but perhaps by CES.
Yeah, I think the Asian languages will be very difficult for you guys because you do it through the number of letters. You just punch it in, and then you figure out which ones is closer to the right word. That's the basic technology. But for Asian languages, because there's the pinyin and the words, so it's very easy for you guys to get it wrong.
We don't just look at the letters that you press. In fact, that's only one of the 8 things we're looking at. A lot of keyboards look at the letters as the main part of input. We look not just at the letters that you press, but where you press the screen, how you press the screen, where you normally press the screen, where others normally press the screen, the context of your sentence, a bunch of other stuff. So it actually works very, very well in pinyin. Japanese is a little more challenging. We have a partnership there that we're working with. But Asian languages are a huge area of interest for us as well, because the problem of input in these languages is even bigger than English.
Yes, that's correct. If you can solve the Chinese language, I think it's you have a much better shot.
And as yet another proof of the power of our technology, Fleksy is actually being used by thousands of blind people every day to type as fast as you and I can type on an iPhone.
Just a quick feature question. Is there any technical reason why you can't give live feedback to the user? I'm noticing in the demo you don't see what word it is until the very end, which is somewhat unsettling for users.
It's nicer for the demo to show you how wrong our input was in the first place, instead of trying to correct it as you go.
So the app doesn't actually work like that?
The current demo that I'm wearing on my watch does, just again because it's mainly for demo purposes. When we're shipping, it's different.
Okay.
Questions?
Okay, thank you, man.